Hey y'all, it's Jen, and it is time to go back to magical school. It's been a while since I've been to Aurelium, and I am starting over from the beginning. So let's dive into this intro, and then we'll talk about the details. So if you're not familiar with magical school, Book Riot does a twice a year, so 2 semesters, spring and fall equinoxes, which does a semester of magical school. And I did not participate it when it was the original incantation. However, once we switched over to Aurelium, I did start participating in those magical readathons when I was actually on BookTube before. And so I never completed a semester, not once. So I'm going back to school. We're going to start from the very beginning with the admissions key and the novice path. And we're going to pretend I've never been before and just go week by week and see how these semesters go. I know I won't be done in time to catch up with the fall equinox for 2024, but I'm hoping to get all caught up and be ready to go by spring of 2025 with the rest of everyone else. So with that said, the very first thing we've got to do is we've got to talk about the admissions keys. Okay, so I have my notes here with what I need to do, all my paperwork. And the first thing for the admissions key is I need to pick my conduit. I already know that I'm going to be in the House of Arcane. I'm going to do the Archmage like I've Archmage, how do you pronounce that? But that's the path of the career path I'm going to follow this whole way through. That was what I had picked from the beginning, so we're just gonna keep on going with that. So the very first thing I need to do is I need to pick my conduit, and the House of Arcane has 2 specific to us, our house. The first one is an orb, which that is to read a sun on the cover or in the title. And this other one is crystal, which is to have the word crystal or a crystal type. Is that the one I'm looking for? So like agate or amethyst or ruby or something like that. Have that in the name of the title or in the series name. So those are the 2 I'm going to focus on. And then once I get past that, if I complete those, then I'm going to try for some of the just generic ones, which are Feather, a book under 100 pages, The Wand with branches on the cover, Spell Book, a book with at least 2 S's in the title, The Staff, a book from a series, a sword, a book with a blade on the cover. So those are the prompts I'm going to be trying to fill. I'm going to try and fill as many of them as possible this week. We will see how it goes. I do know that the first 2 books for the actual House of Arcane will be audiobooks, because I looked through every book on my shelf here and on my TBR cart, and I don't have a single book with the title with sun or a crystal in the title or on the cover in some way. Like I don't have it. So I'm going with audiobooks. I'm going to go with Clara in the Sun by Kazu Ishiguro, I think, I don't know. And then I'm going to also listen to Jade Fire Gold by June, I can't read my handwriting, June Old Tan. That may not be right at all. It may just be June Tan. It may be something else. I can't read my handwriting. I think I'm going to start with Clara in the Sun. So the next clip you will see will be the start of the vlog. So I hope you enjoy it. And okay, let's make the salad. I already have black beans and whole kernel corn in my bucket. And I'm about to chop up some vegetables. I have obviously washed my hands. I've got tomatoes and cucumber and zucchini here. I'm going to chop them up, and we are going to, I'll show you the end results. I have London Night 2 on the background, Taylor Swift London Night 2, so I'm going to dub over this. So I decided I wanted to do some diamond painting, and so I'm gonna listen to my audiobook of Clara and the Sun by Kazu Ishiguro. I've got it here. You can't see that because of me, but it's there. So I'm gonna do some diamond painting. I'm not working on my big project because it's a lot of color blocking of black. It's a custom one of my paintings, but I've got these little gnomes that I'm doing for a project, for a gift. They're super cute. It's the little gnome hats with the nose, and then they've got the hands and holding a thing. It's a welcome sign. So I'm gonna work on some of these and listen to the audiobook. Okay, so I am at the 40 something percent mark. Where am I? 42% mark of Clara and the Sun, and I am really enjoying this. I didn't know what to expect, but basically we have an AI person. Robot Clara is actually artificial intelligent, very intelligent, as far as being able to pick up cues and observations, and she is the companion to a girl who is apparently very sick, and we are following her being picked by this little girl, and not little girl, she's a teenager, and then the interactions between her AI Clara and the neighbor boy Rick, in addition to their mom, her mom, and it's very interesting. It gives an interesting perspective on the artificial intelligence and how they could become pretty sentient with their observations and learning capacities. So it's very interesting. We'll see where it goes from here, but like I said, I'm at 43%, so I will probably finish it tomorrow while I'm doing some of my chores. I'll check back in with you later. Okay, so y'all just saw me working on my paintings, doing a little design on paintings that were already painted on. These were kind of experiments to see, testing out the paint pens, several different paint pens, because I have a problem with some smearing, and I think you probably saw, I don't know if I cut that out, where I had to completely redo one, wipe one down and completely redo it, because the Posca markers bled so much. but I think I've got a good solution. I don't know. I'm still tweaking it. But anyway, I finished listening to Clara and the Sun while I finished this. This vlog has taken me way longer than I wanted to. It was supposed to be a week, and it's been about a week and a half now. But anyway, let me show you these paintings while I tell you what I've done, or what I thought about it. So there's the first one. I really like the way this one turned out. But Clara and the Sun was good. I did not expect it to turn out the way it did, but I did enjoy it. I think I'll give it a 4-star. And yeah, so it is about a family who gets an AI bot to help with their teenager and to keep her company so she doesn't get lonely. And this teenager, Josie, just happens to also be very sick because of a procedure or a drug, or I'm not exactly sure what. I wasn't clear on it, but it was to get her lifted so that she's a little bit smarter and she can get into the better colleges. And apparently that procedure made her very sick, which isn't uncommon. And Clara is convinced that the Sun is going to help her make Josie well again. And so we go through this journey with Clara and Josie and Clara's mom, and then Rick, the neighbor boy who's in love with Josie. They grew up together, and he decided not to get the procedure to be lifted, so he's kind of downcast. And so we go through those two kind of storylines there, and I found it interesting. It's kind of a take on AI and what AI can do, and why maybe we should be afraid of AI. So, like I said, I found it very interesting. I know I'm not explaining this very well, but I recommend it. I think, what I say, I was giving it 4.5 stars. So check it out. And if you've read it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And I've gotten my first conduit. I'm going to try and make this next week's vlog a little bit shorter. This is currently Thursday, July 4th. Happy 4th of July. Yay, fireworks. So I'm going to try and do the next book over the next 4 days and get my second conduit, and then get back on track to doing a vlog a week for the Magical Readathon. So yay, first week down. Actually, it took me a week and a half, so this is not a good start, but you know, whatever. And if you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know what you thought of this vlog, what you think of this series, and let me know if you've ever participated in the Magical Readathon, and how far you've gotten on it. So I know I can start this Magical Readathon at any point and not have to go back through the other ones, but I wanted to start at the beginning. So with that said, I will see you in the next vlog.